We're gonna get all sorts of action this episode. Hey guys, welcome to episode 19 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. This episode just came out, so I'm finally caught up. This is the first episode that I'm actually caught up and on time on. So, other than that, where we last left off, they started the first class mage trials. Both Fern and begrudgingly, Frieren's been roped into it. So, we're going to see how this goes. Frieren's and her group, I can't remember the two's names. I'm sure I will if the characters stick around a while. I'll probably get their names memorized, but we got those two, and they're a bag of fun. So we'll have to see how... It seemed like they had a plan figured out for capturing that still bird, so we'll see what they're able to do. I'm honestly super curious about Fern and the situation she's involved. She's kind of stuck with that murderous mage lady that Kraft met, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I feel like Fern is actually... Maybe I'm just overconfident, but I feel like Fern is a step above most of these mages, and I have a feeling that's going to present itself. I could be wrong, we'll see, but I definitely believe Fern has what it takes to be a first-class mage. But yeah, we're going to see what happens there. The opening of this, like, the opening that they showed, like, revealed for this season, like, an episode or two ago that they've been doing, it really had a lot of these characters as the focal point of it. So I'm curious if this is going to be like a longer story arc. Like, we're going to be here for a while doing, like, all this mage trial stuff. We'll have to see, but there seemed to be a lot of characters that had focus in that opening. So, other than that, let's go ahead and get started on this episode and see what happens. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's get going. Well-laid plans. It seemed like Frieren and these two had an idea. Yeah, now both of them are like lying together all lovey-dovey under the same blanket. Jeez. I want to know more about Aizen's past. Yeah. Very different personalities, different people. They all react differently. So they caught it pretty quick. Oh. Why? You already got it. She just wants to kill. So this is kind of like a crap, how did Hunger Games work again? I don't even remember. It's been so many years. That group that Fern's part of must be really strong then. Like, for them to catch it that early. Probably because there's only so few of them. There's not enough for every group, which forces the groups to fight each other. That light thing? Yeah, that spell. Wait, that spell's literally tailored for specifically birds. That's that's oddly specific. But then again, every time she's mentioned like magic and stuff, they always been like oddly specific, weird, off the wall, like taking oil stains out of your shirt. Yeah, but every time they've seen these birds, they're right next to the river or lake or whatever it is. Curious. She found something interesting about her saying stay away. I'm wondering if they're going to try it in reverse, like try to... God. Just face first in the dirt. Yeah, she wants to fight and kill people. Fern's probably more on the guy's camp, I'd imagine. Oh, they might meet up. Gotcha. That was what was stopping the rain the night before. Just gonna drive everyone to the lake. It's gonna funnel people. Yeah, because the still are gonna gather there. I wonder if this so this has to tie in with Fern's plan about making the still stay away from the water. Is maybe, I don't know how that helps them catch one though. So this might be a real fight though. All of these are very good mages. Well, that's her thing. She's quick shot Fern. That's what she's known for, being fast. That wasn't them. Got it. She's freezing the entire lake. So this is how they're going to make enemies with the other test takers. Yep. Keeps the still away and it makes it a pain for them to get water. Yeah, that would mean that they have... Yeah, exactly what he says. Like, they must have another different plan for actually catching a still. It is interesting to see all these, like, very powerful, competent mages around. Like, this is like a large cast of characters now. Like those birds. He was like the old, what was he called? The old shrewd wizard that became an imperial mage or whatever. Emphasis on shrewd. Like, you had to do like underhanded tactics, all sorts of stuff in order to become who he is. Whatever an imperial mage is. Yeah. Those bird things. Damn, people are dying already. That quick. Yeah, but it's still kind of cold to the people who aren't first-class mages, right? Like, they can at least just lose and go home with dignity, not die. Exactly. Weak, so he's not powerful. Maybe he's controlling his mana. He's probably controlling his mana, just like Fern does, or Frieren does. And they don't see that, is my guess. Are they messing up all the watering holes? They're probably tainting all the watering holes until there's only one left. Yep. Got it. They're trying to bottleneck it. But what's she going to do to actually catch it, though? Oh, she has to get close. Yeah, that was the whole thing. She has to get close and catch it with the bird catching spell. Yeah, they're going to get all sorts of wildlife. Wouldn't the... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. The only reason that still just don't like magic was I was thinking, like, maybe all the animals are going to be forced to drink here, but only still don't like mana. Surprising that it didn't even bother her, though, that one bird. It literally came to her. Now it's fighting. Ah. She's fast. We're gonna get all sorts of action this episode. Huh. Wonder what Frieren means by that, because I mean, they've shown that magic is advanced. And she's not a demon, like, she can use multiple forms. She's kind of the same way. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. She's kind of underhanded and evil, too. Well, I'm not saying that guy's evil. He might not be evil, but... Okay, that was episode 19. That was a pretty eventful episode. This episode felt fast to me. I mean, is it just me? Like, this episode felt like 5 minutes. When the ending credit thing popped up, I was like... What the hell? Honestly, I was kind of taken aback that it ended so fast. But it was very eventful. A lot of action going on. We're starting to get into more of the thick of the action. They were able to capture the still by funneling, essentially making it come to them, right? Which was good tactic, but it's also risky in the sense that this is a Hunger Games-like scenario right now, where just all these groups are out to take each other out. I'm assuming there weren't very many still, maybe 3 or 4, and who knows how many groups there were, like 10 plus. So, lots of action going on. We got Fern versus that one girl. I'm curious, so Fern, I mentioned it earlier, but Fern mentioned that Frieren taught her that using basic spells is more than enough to handle the mages of today. But wasn't Frieren also the person that said that magic has advanced a lot just in 80 years, to the point where that one demon that had, what was it called, Zoltrak or whatever it was, he had essentially been bypassed and replaced at that point, like surpassed to a point he's no longer as relevant, right? So I'm curious to see a little bit more context into what Fern and Frieren mean by that, because on one hand they said that magic's advanced, but on the other hand, basic stuff is more than enough to handle these guys. You know what I mean? So, could be related to wartime scenario. Maybe she's just referring to people back just in Himmel's day. Let's say Himmel's day. They had so many more mages that were more have more battle experience. Kind of like what the girl was saying about that one dude there at the end. That battle experience is really what weighs it out at the end of the day. But who knows? So, good stuff there. Frieren's plan was great with their group. Now they're going to face off against that one mage who he seems to be pretty cold and calculating, him and his group. So they'll be taking on the Imperial Mage guy. Fern and that is taking on the Northern General guy. I don't know. I don't know all their names. There's so many names now. This show turned from a small group that we're just having fun with to ooh, all these characters with big ambitions. Ooh, all the scheming and planning. It makes me curious, what the hell's Stark doing? He has to be sitting back at the city just bored out of his mind. Considering he's a warrior. But I hope we get to see, well, not hope, we're going to see more action, I imagine. And both Fern and Frieren are going to become first-class mages. There's no doubt in my mind they're both going to make it and continue their journey. I'm just curious how much of a battle it's going to be to get there. This is seeming to build like it could be a long-term arc we're going on. But awesome. Well, I enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll look forward to next week. So we'll have to wait a week for the next episode. So look forward to that. Keep an eye out. I'll be probably starting up another series here soon. So keep an eye out for that. But other than that, please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate that. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.